But yeah, it's 2020. Do you guys say 2020 or 2020?
Oh, 2020.
2020.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah, there's still people that say 2019, and it annoys me.
Yeah, like the English, I guess. I don't know. Like if you're being very proper. Like if someone asked me like, I guess if someone asked me for the date in like a professional setting, and I want to give it to them like very accurately, that that they don't mess it up. Maybe then I'll say 2019 because 2019 is the official way to say it. So it's like
Is it the official way to say it?
yes,
According to who?
the fact that the number is 2019.
So I'm gonna actually,
Yeah,
I'm gonna argue on this one. I think by the same point you were just gonna make, Chris, which is that I don't think anyone ever said like, yes, I was born in the year 1991.
Yeah. No one's ever said that.
I mean, well, it's just like I don't know. I don't consider this a debate because it's just 2000 has more syllables than 20. So in casual conversation, you're going to default to the one with less syllables.
The only reason anyone started saying 2000 is because of like the decade 2000 to 2010. Like
I heard someone refer to, I guess, the year 2008 as 28 recently, and it absolutely destroyed me.
not even 2008.
Nope.
28. You're 28.
I had to I think it was like on a podcast. I had to like rewind and be like, what the fuck did I just hear? Like,
Did they have that pause that you had, or did they just say 28?
I think there was there was a noticeable pause, but maybe not as long as what I did.
The question is, did they mean to do that, or they were just trying to say like 2010 and then like realized it was before then, and then just ended up at 8 like halfway through the number?
like
I would
counting
guess
backwards.
I'd guess it was that. Yeah, they were like, or I think they were like, they plan on saying it like 2010 and then said 20, and then their brain like had a panic attack because they screwed themselves.
You dug your own grave saying 20.
Yeah, 28. Like we say.
Also, I want to stab anyone who calls the time period between 2000 and 2010 the noughts. That's not okay.
Never
It's not
heard
great.
someone say that.
I've heard it.
I usually
You're lucky.
People just say the 2000s.
Yeah, there isn't really a good there isn't I don't think there's an accepted way to say that decade, like the 80s, 90s, and then
And
I
what
guess
do
the
you call
2000s.
10?
I call it the 2000s.
Do
Yeah.
you call it the tens or the teens? What do we call that?
I don't think we've decided yet.
Yeah, we haven't finished the decade. I mean, now we have, but give us a minute to come up with a name.
I mean, there are 1910s. What do we call those?
I feel like it was the 10. I don't know. But I mean, I feel like it was called the 10s, but also those people like in the 20s who were far stodgier than us. So, I mean, we'll see what we do, I guess.
We're gonna call it like the X, year X.
I'm gonna get so this is terrible because you're right, and I'm gonna be so angry. It's gonna be some dumb shit like that.
Oh my god, no. Well, I hope that we don't do that, but I think we've talked about calendar nomenclature for long enough already.
I was gonna bring something else up, but we can move on, I guess.
Wait, what?
Now I'm
Okay,
curious.
so
all right.
add to this conversation.
So this is a problem we don't have to worry about for another at least a few years. How weird is it gonna be when we can say the 20s and mean either the 1920s or 2020s?
You're not gonna know which one you're talking about.
Like, I feel like from context it'll be pretty clear, but like, that's weird, right?
It is weird.
Well, how do we handle like the 1820s? We always say 1820.
So I guess we'll just start doing that. It's just, I don't know.
It's weird that there's some people that are alive for both of the 20s or the teens, whatever.
Well, it's kind of like the thing I've realized, like, the term as a genre, classic rock, is fucking weird because it's just like, it just means old rock music, but it means specifically like pre 80s rock, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
usually
like
think
like
80s,
late 60s, early
70s,
like
80s.
yeah, all the 70s.
But like, is that just all that's going to be referred to as classic rock? Like, we're gonna run out of genres at some point for rocks. Like,
really classic rock, new
Yeah,
classic
like-
rock.
we'll figure it out.
I mean, my real favorite is anytime you're watching an old show from from the 80s or 90s, and they just like throw out some crazy future year that's like 2020 or
Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's
2030.
Like Blade Runner was I think it was 2019. I'm pretty sure. It was either 2019 or 2018. And like the original Judgment Day and Terminator was like, it was earlier than that. It was like it was like early 2000s, I
The
think.
safe thing to do is just 20XX.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on. I'm going to Google when Terminator Judgment Day is. I think they retcon it to be later now because, to avoid this.
Thing is, like, in all those early movies, they always do it not as far into the future as they should have, but then they have all these sequels, and they want to have the same characters, so they have to, like, keep it.
Yeah. So, oh my god, wait, this is incredible. The Judgment Day has changed so many times. Originally, it was 1990. Wait, hold on. The first, in the movies, originally it was 1997. Apparently, there was a timeline where it was 1995, and they, like, through a first attempt at time travel, push it back to 97. But, like, through a combination of, like, in the story and just having to retcon it because it keeps passing, it's moved from 1997 all the way up to 2017, which apparently is the most recent one. They just gave up. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I remember it being a big deal when we passed the Back to the Future date.
Yes, yeah.
I haven't
That is
seen
true.
the newest Terminator, but, like, how do they explain Arnold Schwarzenegger getting older?
God, I don't know.
They must, somehow.
I feel like they must have, but I didn't see it either, so...
Because he's still a robot.
He's still a robot.
I got really confused because I thought it was supposed to be like I thought it was he wasn't like from the time frame he wasn't supposed to age. I'm like, wait a minute, he's a robot, he doesn't age. And then I was like, holy shit, my mind is not sure if he's the robot in the Terminator movie. I'm like, I know he is, but like there's that
But, like,
that
what if he's
2%
not?
doubt where I don't want to say it and be like, isn't he the robot? And then
Right.
admit my own ignorance. Not that I didn't just do it, but I felt better about admitting it after I knew I was right.
Yeah.
That my gut reaction was correct.
Anyway, this is the behind the scenes episode where we talk about our podcast and also the movie series The Terminator.
Yeah, we'll just add that. We'll add that to the schedule. Terminator.
Topic 1, Terminator. That was the preview clip from our Patreon exclusive behind the scenes episode. For the full episode, click on the link in the description.